The Quran mentions only one woman by name as destined for hell, the worst woman in history, past and future. She was wealthy, she was powerful, but all her riches and status couldn't save her. This is the terrifying life story of a woman so evil, even Shaitan feared her. This is the story of Jamil, a woman who led the war of disbelief against Islam. Watch now to uncover the untold story of Islam's fiercest female enemy. To understand today's enemies of Islam, you must first understand her. She was the first to use tactics that Islam's enemies still use today. She pushed her husband to reject the truth and used her influence to torment the believers. Her story is so dark, so shocking. Even Iblis would be surprised by her cruelty. So before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to support our work. Let's begin. Jamil was born into the noble tribe of Quraysh in Mecca. Her father, Habib ibn Umayyah, was a respected leader. She came from a family of power and prestige. But status alone does not give good character. From a young age, Jamil was known for her arrogance, pride, and fierce temper. She married Abu Lahab, the son of Abdul Muttalib, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in Mecca. With her husband's wealth, Jamil indulged in luxury and pride. But she wasn't just a rich man's wife. She was influential, outspoken, and sharp-tongued. She spread rumors, slandered the righteous, and destroyed reputations. Her pride masked a deep fear, a fear of losing control and the admiration of society. While others in Mecca were busy with trade and status, Jamil was obsessed with preserving her tribe's dominance, especially the Umayyah family. But then, everything changed. The day Prophet Muhammad declared his prophethood, Jamil saw it not as a message of truth, but as a threat to her power. She knew his family lineage, Banu Hashim, and feared that Islam would dismantle her world. For her, it wasn't about truth. It was about control. If Islam spread, her influence would fade. So she became one of Islam's first enemies. While Abu Lahab opposed the Prophet publicly, Jamil worked behind the scenes with even greater cruelty. Her words poisoned the alleys of Mecca. Her slander echoed in homes and around the Kaaba. She wasn't just an opponent. She was fitna itself. She slandered the Prophet, peace be upon him, calling him a liar, a madman, a magician. Not because she believed it, but to destroy his honor and stop people from listening to him. Her biggest rival was none other than the noble Khadija radiyallahu anha, the Prophet's beloved wife and strongest supporter. Jamil's jealousy knew no bounds. She insulted her, isolated her, and threatened other women who visited her. But Khadija's strength, patience, and dignity stood firm. Jamil's hatred only grew stronger. She didn't stop at words. She acted with violence and planning. She placed thorns in the Prophet's path, encouraged boycotts, and stirred up the Quraysh leaders. One day, while the Prophet prayed near the Kaaba, she and Abu Lahab had their men throw filth on him. They didn't hesitate to insult the most honest man in Mecca. Yet, Islam kept growing. This drove Jamil mad. She went beyond lies. She began plotting the Prophet's death. Her hatred earned her a place in the Quran. Surah Al-Masad revealed their fate. Perish the hands of Abu Lahab, and perish he. His wealth and his gains will not benefit him. He will burn in a fire of blazing flame. And his wife, the carrier of firewood. Around her neck is a rope of twisted fiber. The carrier of firewood, a chilling title. She carried thorns to harm the prophet, peace be upon him. But more than that, she carried hatred. When this surah was revealed, Jamil was furious. It was like a public death sentence. Ashamed and enraged, she once stormed into Masjid al-Haram with a stone, searching for the prophet, peace be upon him. She couldn't see him, though he sat right there with Abu Bakr radiyallahu an. Allah had made her blind to his presence. She screamed threats, but the prophet, peace be upon him, was protected. Years passed, and Jamil's rage only grew, but so did her despair. Eventually, her world crumbled. Abu Lahab fell ill with a deadly disease. Even his own people abandoned him. He died alone, in agony, and was buried in disgrace. Jamil, who once walked with pride, was left alone, weak, disgraced, and cursed. Some say she was crushed by a falling stone. Others say she died with a rope around her neck. Just as the Quran foretold, all her wealth, pride, and power gone. Her story is a warning to all who choose arrogance over truth, hatred over guidance, and oppression over justice. O Allah, do not make our hearts like those of Abu Lahab and Jamil. Purify us from arrogance, jealousy, and hatred. Keep us firm on the path of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. Ameen.